When I came to Costa Mesa, I really liked the town, but there's the same thing in every town, and I just happened to find the area that was a needy area. I saw some starving people, and I wanted to do something for them. The thing that made them mostly happy was give them food. They were so happy to receive it, I kept on doing it.
I hope that I can capture the character of my dad, my father. What amazing man and a hero and a leader he is. My grandmother had 3 boys and 1 little girl. My dad was the middle one and the one that was always by my grandma's side. And they found a barn. They called it the Gavel's barn. They lived upstairs and they made a restaurant down at the bottom. So who was the cook? But my dad. And he was probably about 10 years old when he started cooking. He would grab from the farm and take his little red wagon down the street and just naturally just fed those who needed food.
I had a van, a large van, and I knew food would be good in it because I could protect it with ice. I would just stop people that were standing there, didn't know what to do with themselves, and I would say, hey, you want some food? The people are always waiting. It just feels so good. You can see all the smiles on their faces. It just really gets me here. I would just, stop and open the doors up. The whole van was full of food.
Oh my gosh, you would take the van filled bumper to bumper and top to bottom with all kinds of chickens and steaks and meats, eggs, everything you could possibly imagine a store would give as they were renovating the store. Remember, Albertsons was renovating. They didn't have anybody to pick up anything whatsoever. My dad would be there at 6 o'clock in the morning, and sometimes he'd make 3 and 4 different trips.
Some of the different places that I went to get the food taken away was either churches or even a donut shop. I would stop at a donut shop and they would come walking out. They wouldn't buy donuts, but they would get the food, to go with their coffee. And so some places I found that would take everything, that would be the SOS. I would just back up to the place, and that was a lot easier than what I was doing. After a time, I ran into a man that was doing the same thing, but he had a warehouse.
Here he comes.
Hey, Glenn.
Here he comes. Hey, Franco.
You're looking good.
I'm feeling good, buddy. You're looking good. What do you got? Open up.
I've got a few things. And so we were feeding close to 3,000 people a month. I would just load up my van just full and put it in all the good spots, and the people would come to him. He had refrigerators and freezers all through it, and he would be so glad to get the food. And he continued on, and I just kind of helped him. It was going from 1 day a week to 4 days a week.
What drove my father and his determination was just the knowing instinctively that there's a need. And you can't deny a need that needs to be handled, whatever it is. He'd go and fix people's air conditioning because he was a journeyman in the sheet metal trade. So naturally he was going to help those who were uncomfortable be comfortable.
Pink for the special lady. If you get extra thirsty, don't worry about it. We'll drink it too.
He'd give the shirt off his back, the shoes off his feet, and whatever it took to make them comfortable. But he was always there. Everybody that I've ever done something for, they always wanted to repay me. And I just told them flat out, just you do it for someone else like I did for you. Over the lips and through the gums, the stomach, here she comes.